You know, Wes, you and I have been doing these calls a long time together. We pull off the side of the highway, get a good, reception. Lots and lots of years of doing these calls. But in all the years I've known you, I think this is the greatest opportunity that I have ever seen hit the MLM market. It is beyond comprehension what I see happening all over the world. It is absolutely the most exciting time that anyone could be a part of a company. And Wes, I know you are doing absolutely the most that anybody could ever do in presenting all this company to everyone. You're giving such great support, and there's just nobody can do it better than you. So we are so pleased to have Mr. Wes Benson with us tonight, and I know he has got a great call for you all and great, exciting information to give to everybody. So, Wes, welcome to the call tonight.
Well, Diane, thank you so very much for everything that you do for me. You know, folks ask me often, who is Diane Llewellyn? You know, Diane, they get to hear you on the Sunday night intros, and that's just a tip of the iceberg for everyone that's listening for the things that you do for me. There's not a day go by that you and I are not together on the phone talking about business, doing the things that we do. And, you know, it's just an amazing time that we spent together, Diane. I just want to thank you tonight publicly for everything that you do. You've been such a blessing to my family and to me, and for all these many years. Thank you. And for all the guests listening tonight, what a wonderful 30 minutes you have in store for you. Welcome to Sunday Night Live. My name again is Wes Benson. This is the call for the Jeunesse Global Success Team, what many are calling the J Team, the Network Superstars Team. Guys, just listen up closely. We've got a great call for you this evening. Some would say the fastest growing team within this company. Now, that's a big statement. I just repeat it. That's what's been shared with me. Again, welcome everyone. Tonight, we're going to give you a lot of information over the next half hour. Most importantly, enough information where our guests that are listening in can make a business decision. A business decision that's based on facts and statistics, that's based on numbers, so that you can make a business decision based on that information and not just hearsay. I got to give a big shout out to Hawaii. They're definitely in the house tonight. Looking forward to being with you guys next Thursday and Friday. I tell you what, as we work aggressively to complete the Super Sapphire promotion, let me talk about that real quickly as we get into the meat of the call this evening. That's right, this Super Sapphire promotion is going to run through midnight this Saturday night. You want to acquire that position of Sapphire because we're going to entertain you and the guests in Beverly Hills, California. That's right, coming up on June 6th and June 7th. All you got to do is become a Sapphire. We're going to talk about how easy it is to obtain that position here at Jeunesse Global. And the reason you want to do that is because you will have a special time. Folks, and this is going to be a group of about 15 to 20 people. Think about this for a moment. You're going to receive training not only from Alex Arnold, my immediate sponsor, but the gentleman that has become the industry's leader in income, Mr. Jason Karamanis. And we're going to talk about the things that you need to do to become a top income earner here at Jeunesse, and that is going to happen on June the 6th, guys, in Woodland Hills, California. We're going to have a blast. There's going to be a private dinner. It's going to be a party afterwards. You don't want to miss it. And then June the 7th, Diane's going to be the Super Sunday from 2 to 6 at the Marriott in Woodland Hills, California. It's going to be an afternoon corporate event. Literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people will be flying in just for that event. You don't want to miss it. Guys, it's going to be a blast. We're going to have a lot of fun. So for the guests listening tonight, sit back and relax. We're going to talk about 6 streams of income. That's right, 6 streams of income that's available to you through this compensation plan here that absolutely will change your life. Residual income that will change your life. And number 1, we're going to talk a little bit about retail profit. Number 2, customer acquisition bonuses. Number 3, team commissions. And by the way, this item here called team commissions is the only stream of 6 incomes that has a cap. So I'm going to go ahead and let you know that the team commissions cap out at $26,250 per week. That's the only cap we have in this comp plan. So imagine 4 of them a month coming into your house. So that would make a difference, wouldn't it? Number 4, leadership matching bonuses. We're talking about check match bonuses for up to 7 levels of what we do in this industry. That's sponsor people and help them build a team and duplicate your efforts. Number 5, customer acquisition incentives. And number 6, that illustrious diamond bonus pool. Now, guys, this is what is separating this company from any of the other networking companies in the space today. You know, Diane, I heard some dialogue a moment or two ago. You had told someone that it's just absolutely amazing what this company has done in the last 5 years, and you're absolutely correct. And, you know, for the first time in my life, I've got an opportunity here to build residual income with what has become the number 1 fastest growing company, according to the Direct Sellers Association, on the Inc. 500. That's right. Jeunesse Global is the number 1 fastest growing company on the Inc. 500, according to the Direct Sellers Association. Guys, that is huge, and they've done it inside of 5 years. This will be the first company in many, many, many years that will exceed $1 billion in revenue within 6 years. Think about that for a moment. Wow. Most companies never even reach 50% of that in 10 to 15 years. And here we are doing it in our 6th year. Exciting times here right in front of you. So, guys, listen up closely as I have the opportunity to talk about a partnership that came on board with us just a few short weeks ago. As a matter of fact, these 2 gentlemen are very, very special to me. As a matter of fact, they achieved the illustrious position of Sapphire. As a matter of fact, they're going to be in Beverly Hills, Woodland Hills, California with us here on the 6th and the 7th. It's going to be a crazy, crazy time. But these 2 gentlemen joined the program, achieved Sapphire in less than 18 days. Now, folks, put a pencil to it. That's less than 430 hours if you want to get down to the specifics here. 18 days, they achieved Sapphire, and they are reaping in the rewards from being at that illustrious position. Their names are Aaron Parker out of the great state of Florida and Mr. Christopher Hussey out of Texas. Hello, Texas. And, you know, Christopher's here with me this evening. And before I bring Christopher on, I just want to talk for a moment, let you guys know, many of you that are following the Success Team Facebook page, you've probably seen that name, Network Superstars, appearing in the feed there every once in a while. You're going to see a lot of it here in the future because these guys, they figured out how to master the social media campaign with networking. And I'm absolutely amazed at what they're doing as I look at the numbers, as I see the growth, and I'm just tickled to death to bring on Mr. Christopher Hussey. Christopher, are you with me tonight?
How are you, Mr. Benson?
Oh, Mr. Hussey, I'm so excited. Thank you for dialing in. I believe you're in the great state of Texas tonight, specifically Plano. Is that correct?
We are in East Plano, Texas. I can literally look out my backyard and see East Plano High School. I can watch the games right from my back deck.
Well, you know, Christopher, you and I have been doing some networking in the past, and I'm so excited to have you and Aaron on board here. Most specifically here, things are different at Jeunesse. I think you'd have to agree with that. There's a certain buzz, there's a certain feel, there's a certain element to what's happening here. Tell me a little bit about what you're feeling over the last 3 or 4 weeks since you've been involved with us here at Jeunesse.
Well, I have to tell you a secret, Wes. I don't know if I've told you this secret before. About a year ago, someone approached me with Jeunesse, and I was kind of in my own world, and I didn't even give it a look. And I'm here to tell you that I cannot believe the mistake that I made. And the only great thing about not giving it a look back then is I wouldn't have been on your team. So I'm glad I waited, but I am certainly glad that I'm on your team now with this incredible company with, just the vision that the leadership has from the top down, from Wendy and Randy, Scott, Jason, Alex, you, my partner, Aaron. I mean, it's incomparable to anything I personally have ever experienced before.
Well, Christopher, we talk a lot about timing, and you and I are going to address that in a moment. We talk about uniqueness of product, and yes, we'll touch that as well. We talk about financial stability. We'll touch on that as well. But I've got a fourth item, and my good friend and business partner in Las Vegas, we were doing a three-way yesterday, and she talked about, Wes, there's a fourth item, and this is so important to me. She says, I want you to talk about it. And Mindy Caddy, I'm talking about it tonight, and that's that fourth item, the sponsorship area. You got to know who you're in business with. I think that's very important, Christopher, and I know that means a lot to you, because sponsorship in this arena is key, isn't it?
Well, Wes, you know as well as I do that the number one complaint of people who are not succeeding in our industry is that they have a crappy upline. Now, I don't know that I personally subscribe to that complaint, but that is one of the chief, if not the number one complaint. And, the decision that people have to make is to surround themselves by people that are on the track to do what they desire to do. And so when you look around and you see people like yourself, you see people like Ed and Alex and Aaron, and being associated with leaders who have an incredible history of success within the home business arena, there's nothing like it. You can get involved in a business. You can get involved with an upline. But there's a difference when you're involved with the right business, with the right upline. And, that's what we have.
Well, Christopher, well spoken. I was reflecting earlier this past week about a time many, many years ago. I was actually a guest at the Indianapolis 500, and I remember the Penske team won the Indy 500 that year, and I think that year marked about their 12th victory at the Indy 500. And I remember the words that Roger Penske said. He says, and for those of you that may not know who Roger Penske is, he runs a multi-billion-dollar transportation business, just an industry in itself. And I remember when the question was asked, how do you do this? You won this Indy 500 now 12 times. And I remember what he said. He says, I teach my people to make things happen. And Christopher, what I'm seeing with you and Aaron with your campaign, you guys are teaching people how to make things happen. And I'd like to direct your attention, if you don't mind, by this question. You guys are making things happen. And every hour of the day, someone is joining this team through your campaign. And I just want to get right to the source of it. How, in a Cliff Notes version here in the next little bit here, we've got about 20 minutes. Let's go into some detail here of how you're making your people make things happen. Can you go into that?
Absolutely, Wes. Well, before I go into this is not the brainchild of Christopher Hussey. I have an equal, 100% effective and awesome partner. He had a family thing this evening, so I'm here alone. But I want to make sure that we give all of the recognition we can to Aaron and his family, because he's equal 100%. And when we decided to create Network Superstars, we wanted something a little different. And by different, I mean, we wanted a really supportive organization. And a lot of people on the internet side of the fence, right, on the online marketing side, all they want to do is post on Facebook or tweet or whatever and just wait around for their business to develop. And so we're very clear with people when they come on our team that internet marketing is not the fast track. It's the long-term track. You can develop those skills and you can have a ton of leads and you can really have great teamwork. But the thing that we impress upon our team members is that you have to launch your business, that you don't get a business unless you build a business. And so we partner with all of our people. We have the invitation. We partner with every single person that comes on our team, and we teach the same method, that you have to get together, you have to shake hands, you have to kiss some babies, you have to throw out some hugs, and you have to pull people together and really launch your business within the first 48 to 72 hours. Even if you're going to be an internet marketer, you got to light the fire. We call it lighting the fire. You got to light the fire and really launch your business, because that's what's going to create that immediate income for you, which is going to keep you in the business long enough to learn the skills to create a real business. So, I mean, that really is our first line of launch. Our first line of building is we really want to partner, use those three-way prospecting skills and really help people launch their business and kind of get off on the right foot. From the launch period, just like you, and you have incredible leadership, Weston. We're just following the leader, really. We have a webinar on a daily or bi-daily basis, and we have a replay all the time, and we present the business very, very succinctly and in a very powerful way, and anyone on our team can bring people to that webinar, and Aaron and I and other leaders, as they join the team, present the business. And so we're really presenting the business as a group. And so we encourage step one for people to launch their business, get their first, we call it your cornerstone, get their one on the left and one on the right. The launch call will do that. Some people, we had a gentleman named Sam Trecker. Sam went executive on his launch call, came in the business, 48 hours later, launch call, went executive, sponsored 3 people on the call. We had a young lady named Sharon who's already went Jade. She came in the business and did not want to do the launch call, kicked and screamed, but trusted, and she went Jade by doing a launch call and by trusting the process and trusting Aaron and I. So you launch your business, you pull people every day to the webinars. We pull our whole group together, just like you guys in the Facebook group, and help train and answer questions. And then, we really are teaching people on a basic level how to engage using attraction marketing, and I'll be short about it, but, no one wants to hear about your product. They want to hear what your product does. They want to hear what your opportunity will give them. And a lot of people believe if I post to my Facebook timeline or whatever that I'm going to attract people, but unfortunately that simply isn't the case. And so we're just rearranging that thought process to be attractive to people, and we're helping people do that on a daily basis. I mean, that's our walnut right there. That's the whole thing.
Well, I tell you what, Christopher, it's working, because as I see your post, that come up on the Facebook venue, and I go to it, I mean, it just makes me want to re-sign again. They're so powerful. They're so directive, and they're within a few minutes. So you've got your audience right there. So I can see very, very effectively how the attraction marketing is working for your campaign. You and Aaron have absolutely made a mark here, and I'm so impressed. Let's kind of step away from that for a moment here, Aaron and Christopher, and let's talk a little bit about those 6 streams of income. I know you've got a favorite, and I already know what's beginning to happen. I mean, your team now, you're in the strong 3 figures now. You guys are just absolutely exploding. So what are you beginning to see as your favorite stream of income right now?
Well, Wes, I think this answer will actually surprise some people. There's a method that we teach. I think a lot of people fail at our industry because they do not understand that we have 2 types of income. We have 2. We have transactional income, so money that I make by doing something, and we have residual income, money that I make by helping other people do something. And most people are sold on the industry. I'm using that word specifically. They're sold on the industry based upon residual income, and they really never understand that residual income takes time. Transactional income is immediate. And we are accustomed to getting a check every week or every 2 weeks. And if we don't concentrate on bringing people into the business the correct way, 1, those people won't stay long term. They won't stay long enough to really change their life. And 2, I won't get weekly paychecks that are big enough to hold my interest. So my favorite income at the moment, just starting our business on May 1st, my favorite income is the new acquisition bonus, the bonus that you get when you bring a team member on. And I'll tell you why. We have 49 personal sponsorships currently. So we've personally sponsored 49 people.
Wow.
Of those 49 people, 30 of them have started at the ambassador package.
Hello.
Now, the reason for that is we stress very clearly that people should commit to their business and that the ambassador package creates the right commitment and the right leadership, the right duplication. And the reason we do that is twofold. One, it helps a person really, truly commit to their business and know that they have a real $1 million business. And two, we get the biggest weekly paycheck, which holds our attention so we can lead harder and we can lead faster. And if we teach that method, our team is going to make more money, everybody's going to be happier, and we're going to have more prosperity as a whole.
You know, Christopher, you said a lot in that little segment right there. So it's very obvious through the launch call to the webinar. I mean, Sam Trecker, for example, you know, he made executive in his first day. He was there. He was executive, one sponsored on the left, one sponsored on the right, both of them with a package purchase. Both of those new individuals were on a 60 CV auto ship every month. And it's obvious that your system's working, and you know, bringing in that many people at the ambassador package, which, by the way, locks them in for 6 months of 3 levels of check match bonus. We'll just throw that in here for a moment. I mean, you guys in your first couple of days, you know, I can say this, I'm not forecasting income. You guys made over $7,500 right off the bat.
The numbers are looking really good, Wes. Thanks for inviting us over to the team.
Well, Christopher, I'm really excited about that. So we understand that the customer acquisition bonus means a lot to you. I do know that the leadership matching bonuses have your attention as well, because that check match bonus really begins to add up. As a matter of fact, I know that will be one of the stronger streams of income here in a few months for you, as well as that diamond bonus pool, which is absolutely going to rock your world here in just a few months, because I know you guys are going to be right there with us as well. Excited about that. Let's go to my third question, if you don't mind. You know, we talk about timing of a company. We talk about certainly the uniqueness of product. I mean, here again, you know, last year we were voted with only 45 days having instantly ageless in the industry, voted it product of the year out of all the network marketing companies. So for the guests that are listening tonight, we've got a very, very unique product line. That's just the invitation product to see the rest of what we have to offer here, from health and wellness to a very illustrious Luminesce product line for your skin care. Absolutely incredible. But, you know, with all that being said, let's talk about specifically here, Christopher, the timing of where we're at. Because timing in the industry can do one of two things. It can allow your income to grow at a mediocre level, or if you can hit it just right, it can absolutely take your income in a couple of years to levels that you could only dream of. What's this mean to you, Christopher, the timing of where we're at right now with the first company in over 15 years to hit the levels of income that this company has already accomplished and where they're headed in year 6? What's this mean for you, Christopher?
Wes, I believe that timing is the secret sauce. You know, if you have, maybe I can tell a little story here that makes this make sense. If you're a scientist and you discover the cure for cancer, but you do it after another person has already done it and made it public and is the big deal, then your cure just isn't as powerful as it would have been if you'd have done it a few years earlier. And for us in the industry, when you have something so powerful, I'm going to steal a line from Aaron. He says, you'd be hard-pressed to go find a product on the market in the home business industry today that you can put on someone and have a result in 90 seconds. And when people can have a result that they desire in 90 seconds, the world is your oyster. And that's what we have. And when you have a company that's growing, I mean, 60 million to 70 million to 78, next month it'll be 80 million, we're going to 100 million, fastest to $1 billion. You know, it's like getting caught on a freight train, and this freight train just happens to be headed in the right direction, and that direction is to your full piggy bank. So I think timing is the secret sauce, my friend.
Well, I think you're exactly right, Christopher. I talk about timing at every meeting, at every state and every city that I attend, and it's so important. If I could just grab that young man or that young woman on the shoulder and just kind of grab a hold of them, Christopher, and say, listen to what I have to say. Timing is so important here, and we mean that, and I thank you for those words. It's very, very important for people to grasp that this evening, because the timing is excellent right here, right now. And people that are professionals, Christopher, like yourself in the industry, in this space, they're looking for that company with the timing and the momentum as to where we are today. Because, see, it doesn't happen very often. As a matter of fact, Christopher, as you know, I've been in this space now for about 25 years. I remember Sheila Bonneau up in Bowling Green, Kentucky the other day. She said, she introduced me as 25 plus years. I said, Sheila, just drop off the plus, please. But we have been here for quite some time, and I've only seen one other company in the industry, Christopher, that's had the momentum like we're having here, and that's 25 years. So it doesn't happen every day. It doesn't happen every year, and this is the company in the industry that is having momentum. No one else is experiencing it like this company. Third-party validation, Direct Sellers Association. They're telling us every day how good we're doing. And, Christopher, you're experiencing it financially now in just a short period of time for being involved here. Christopher, as we wind down, we're 29 minutes after the hour. I want to be respectful of our time here on Sunday evening. How about the next 24 months? Let's fast forward 2 years from tonight. And if Aaron stepped on the call, we can bring him in at this point in time too. Christopher, I'm not sure if he's dialed in, but Christopher, where do you see yourself 2 years from right now?
Well, Aaron and I will be diamond in 2015. So we will achieve the diamond level this year. And for us, it really is about family. It's about, bringing people with us. Sharon is going to be there with us, and Roland's going to be there with us, and
yes,
Sam is going to be there with us. If I'm being honest, Wes, I wasn't looking to join a company. Aaron was with another company when I reached out to him and asked him if he wanted to do this together. And, we weren't looking at all. And maybe some people who are listening on the call, maybe they're in the same position. We dropped everything. My wife literally just said, she said, you guys have been working really hard this month. And the answer to that is, when you have an incredible opportunity, you work as hard as you can possibly work to dig as much of those diamonds as you can in the shortest period of time. And that for me would be really the answer to that question. We're going diamond this year, and then we're just going to throw those ropes down and pull as many people as we can up to that level with us. And that would be my challenge for everybody on the call. You need to put whatever in your life that you can and get it out of your life. And you need to wake up in the morning, kiss your wife, hug your kids, and spell the word Jeunesse as many times as you can, because this is it. I mean, this is the end of the end of the end. This is the whole ball of wax and everything we've been waiting for this whole time.
Well, Christopher, well said, well spoken. I've put everything that I do on hold. This is it for me, and I realize that we're going to seize the opportunity here. And just like you, we're going to hit that illustrious diamond position. By the way, for the guests that are listening, that diamond bonus pool will allow you to be paid not once a year, but every 90 days, 3% of the company's gross revenues, just for achieving the position of diamond. Now, with that being said, what does that mean? You can do the math. 3% of $1 billion coming into your bank account every 90 days for achieving that position, that's reason enough to be laser focused and let some things go by the side while you build this company for your family. And that's what Christopher just displayed. He's put everything on the back burner to create that residual income so that his children can enjoy it for years and years to come. And that's what we're about here. One family, one Janess, and we're going to help you build. For the guests that are listening here tonight, please get your questions answered. Get back with the person that asked you to listen to Sunday Night Live. Get those questions answered. Don't delay another day. We want to get you into an income stream as soon as possible with the number one fastest growing company in the industry. It's right here at Janess. You don't have to look any further. Top income earners from companies all across the globe are acquiring positions right here in this company. Why are they doing that? Christopher, it's obvious. They see the wave. They see the momentum that very few companies ever experience. And Christopher, we've got it right here. As we wrap it up, Christopher, I'm going to throw it back to you for 30 seconds. Have you got any closing remarks?
You know, the only thing I would say, Wes, is thank you. For one, that I would start there. And number two, I answer this question every single day. And the question is, how much effort should I, do I need to put into my business? You know, my wife said it best. We wake up in the morning and we go to work building our Janess team, and I go to sleep at night working to build my Janess team. And it's not because I want to work all the time. It's because we have a window to capture infinite leverage. You have a window to capture infinite leverage. So what is your future worth? How many hours a day is your future worth? My wife and my son are worth everything, and I'm giving it my all. Thanks for inviting us, Wes. We're really glad to be here with you.
Christopher Hussey, thank you for being part of our program here at Janess Global. Aaron Parker, if you can hear me, thank you for being part of our program here. Folks, you have just heard from half of the team of the Network Superstars. We'll hear from Aaron in an upcoming Sunday Night Live call here very, very soon. You guys will want to meet him. I want to thank everyone for listening this evening. It's 8:34. This call has been recorded. You'll be able to hear it again at Janess Global Success Team Facebook page. It'll also be posted at meetwithwest.com. And guys, I want to thank you again. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Enjoy your time off tomorrow. And remember, to delay a day is to delay your pay. Let's turn it around. Let's make something happen. Again, Christopher, thank you for your time this evening. Good night, everyone. We'll see you next Sunday night for Sunday Night Live, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. See everyone at the top. Bye-bye now.